Glendale, Arizona is a charming old town that's gone to great lengths to preserve its history.
Vanessa, did you know American Idol winner Jordan Sparks is from Glendale?
Yeah.
Did you know country singer Marty Robbins was from Glendale, Arizona?
I didn't know that one.
Yeah, he was.
Well, Jordan and Marty became famous, and they left to find fame and fortune. But today we're here at an Arizona legacy that has been in business for 60 years, right here in Glendale.
Well, right here in Glendale, but known through generations of families across the valley. We can only be talking about Sanderson Ford.
Vanessa Ramirez.
And I'm J.R. Cardenas. Welcome to a Cox 7 Special, Sanderson Ford, a family tradition for 60 years. Vanessa, how many companies can say that they've been doing business at the same location for 60 years? That list is very short.
Well, they must be doing something right to stay in business that long, and throughout the years they've won many awards, actually too many to mention. But it's all because of Don Sanderson's philosophy of treating customers right, which has kept families coming back here to Sanderson Ford for 6 decades.
Well, you know, I happened to be thinking the other day, when did I first become acquainted with Sanderson Ford? Well, I guess, David, you were in high school. I was an upcoming disc jockey, one of the Crux good guys, and I recall we used to get our cars from Sanderson Ford. Who would have thought at that time that 60 years have passed by, and Sanderson Ford is still locally owned, locally committed. It's been an amazing ride, hasn't it?
It has been incredible, Al. You know, when you think back of all the memories, we've been blessed to be here since 1955. Mr. Sanderson started this store right out of being in the Army, selling Army surplus and so on. We're very proud of the heritage.
The dealership is now, it was a pasture, it was a cow pasture. He kept buying property, and now he has 65 acres. So it's a big land development that we thought at the time, why are you buying all this property? But now it's the best thing he ever did.
We got all of our vehicles, our newest vehicles and everything else in Sanderson Ford. So I used to have the opportunity to stop in, see some of their people, visit with some of their people. And David, just out of high school, was just having fun driving cars around the lot.
You know, all my kids, 6 kids work here. I've got 12 grandchildren that are hopefully going to be able to come back and do some things here. So
well, it's truly the Sanderson family, no question about it. I just have one request, that this goes on for at least another 60 years. And when that comes along, I want to have a big cake with all those candles, and I want to be there to help blow them out. How about that?
I'll tell you what, Al, if you're still broadcasting in another 60 years, I'll be there with you.
Okay.
This sale is just incredible because it's the first time in over 10 years that we've been able to offer this kind of pricing. It's all set by Ford Motor Company. It starts in November, but it's just been enhanced, and it goes through the end of the year, through December 31st. Everything is available, over 2,000 vehicles in stock, and a $500 gift card. And that gives you a little bit extra cash for Christmas and anything you need. So it's a great time to add that over and above the best pricing. Well, we're open during our remodeling, so that's what's really important. With all the vehicles we have, the best inventory ever, and we're remodeling. It's going to be a whole new facelift for those that come in, but you got to put up a little dust and dirt for a little bit.
A lot of people collect things, but you won't believe the collection we're about to share with you when Sanderson Ford, a family tradition for 60 years, continues right after this.
Para mí es una familia, todos son muy unidos, todos nos comunicamos. Todos somos una familia. Yo me cuento como Soy un empleado, pero a la vez me siento orgulloso de estar con ellos.
I feel like a kid in a candy store, Vanessa.
Isn't it amazing? It's like taking a trip back in time. In a building located not too far from the showroom is this incredible museum.
It's a collection of stunning cars, vintage signs, and automobile-inspired memorabilia, all lovingly curated by a family whose roots reach back almost to the golden age of the automobile.
Wow, that's impressive.
Don Sanderson started this business in 1955. And most dealerships today are conglomerates. They have nothing to show for their tenure in the business. And so this museum is kind of a bit of Americana, Sanderson Ford, and the industry in general. When we started this place, it was just a neat idea, and then my wife took over. And so all the things in there, my wife Sue has collected. There wasn't one thing hung in this building that she didn't say, no, I want it there. She hung everything, had everything done. It's unbelievable, and of course we collected stuff from all over the country.
She literally came in here, this was an empty warehouse, just an ugly old building. She came in here with all her picture books of what a diner would look like, what a mercantile store would look like, and she sat here with card tables laid out, and then she said, I've got an idea for what that could be. It's called the Sanderson Village and Museum. She knew where the windows were going to be, she knew where the lights were going to hang. She's got a great gift of visualizing things before they're put together. The diner, the store, the kitchen, all that stuff was all designed by Sue.
After the war, Mr. and Mrs. Sanderson would buy Army surplus, and they would drive from San Francisco to here where they got the vehicles and resell them. And right after that, he bought this car. This is a 1930, and you know, it's really special because we had it for many years. And I left for a little bit to go in the service, and he sold it. Years later, the car was sold to a gentleman in California. He calls our general sales manager, Neil Schrock, and says, I'm finished with this car. The only place it should be is back at Sanderson Ford. At our 50th anniversary party, on the stage, they have this car. They presented it to us, and Mrs. Sanderson was alive then, and she was part of this car because at the State Fair, the first year we're in business, she had this car and a Thunderbird, and so it really has a lot of historic meaning to us.
Now, all these vehicles are restored, so they're really in mint condition.
There's only certain cars that I really enjoy, and they're mostly Fords. We only have one non-Ford in here, and we'll talk about that later. But a lot of history here.
A lot of history here in this museum at Sanderson Ford, that's for sure.
Well, Jared, if the museum made you feel like a kid in the candy store, what does this make you feel like?
Vanessa, get a whiff of that new car scent. There's nothing like it. I'll take the Focus. Yeah, the Fusion looks good.
All right, Jared, just don't choose the Mustang because that baby's mine.
You know, the military is so important to us. It's not something new, and it's not something that we're patronizing. Mr. Sanderson started in World War II. After coming back and started this dealership and so on. So we've always been part of the military. We want people to understand the freedoms that we have today are because of the people that have served in the past and are serving right now. You know, it's historically, Memorial Day is a huge day to sell vehicles. We're closed because we think it's the right thing to do. Whether you're having a barbecue or going fishing or just being with your family, take time to say thank you to those that are serving now and have served in the past. And if we can't take one day out of the year to honor those that have served us, there's something wrong. So that's our philosophy, and that's what we do every year. Seats for Soldiers is something that people thought that the government was paying for this. The government, taxpayers don't pay 10 cents. We do. We want to be sure the soldiers get to go to various kinds of sporting events because we think it's a good thing for them to be able to go there, be recognized by the people that are there, and they always get a standing ovation, and let them know that the military is alive and well. Another program we have is Saluting Arizona Veterans. We're in partnership with ABC 15. We have an opportunity to call them out and feature them, and consequently it is growing and becomes more of a pay it forward. People find out that, you know, doing good things for others really rubs off, so the pay it forward does work. We're involved in many things with the military, and one of the biggest things we do, because it's all-encompassing, they take care of the military in every way, and that's the military assistance mission. And what they do is, as the troops come home and have a need, they're there. Whether they need to pay their rent or they need to put a roof on their house. It's unbelievable the things that they do, but there are needs, and they're mainly forgotten normally, but the military assistance mission does all this. What we're hoping to do in everything that we do is bring awareness that there is a need, and consequently there is a professional organization that does this, and consequently it's been very, very successful, and we're very thankful for that.
So you've heard of the Sanderson difference, but what exactly does that mean? We'll tell you coming up next.
It really is a family environment at Sanderson. All the employees know each other and stuff, and you know, a lot of people, I've been there for 16 years and I'm kind of a newbie there. There's a lot of people that have been there for, 30, 40, 50 years. So a lot of people have really grown up there, and it's a great family experience.
I'm J.R. Cardenas.
And I'm Vanessa Ramirez. Welcome back to a Cox 7 Special, Sanderson Ford, a family tradition for 60 years. You've heard the phrase, the Sanderson difference, but what exactly does that mean? Is it the unbeatable prices, the terrific selection, the excellent customer service?
While you'll experience all those things at Sanderson Ford, the Sanderson difference is all about people. Don Sanderson knew it was his employees who made the difference.
The Sanderson difference, we call it the Sanderson way. There's certain things that we do, they're not magic. It's just being honest and straightforward and taking care of our employees like we need to take care of our customers. If our employees are happy, our customers will be happy and be served well. It's very important how we take care of our people.
The Sanderson difference to me means the impact that they make in people's lives. They truly believe in family, and it's a family operation, so you really feel like you're part of the family when you go there. When you associate yourself with somebody like that, it's always a win-win for everybody. Not just you being able to give back, but the people that it impacts every single day.
It's a privilege to act as a spokesman for Sanderson Ford for many reasons. For they're a vital part of the community, for the fact that they continue to be locally owned with local people serving the way that you like to see organizations serve one another and the entire community. It's a privilege.
My grandfather started this company with about 20 employees, and he went around and spoke to every single employee every single day. And now we have over 500 employees at many different locations, not just the two dealerships, but other parts buildings and things like that. And my dad still gets around. He knows almost all of his employees if they've been here any amount of time. We treat our employees really well, because if you have happy employees, you're going to have happy customers. And we are the dealership that's service built, and we really do pride ourselves on service.
I think for us, it's carrying on that tradition of 60 years that my grandfather started, of taking care of the product and taking care of the customer. I think my dad says it really well, that it's all about relationships. So not only the relationship that Sanderson has with Ford and with Lincoln, but also the relationship that my family has with the employees, and then that the employees and we all have with our customers and with our community as well.
When you talk about our employees, which are a very valued part of our family. And that's why we have so many employees that have longevities with us, employees that have been currently employees that have worked at Sanderson for over 40 years. And as the tight-knit family allows them to be a part of something that's more than just a car dealership. It's more than just some place to work. It's something that they can be proud of. As we, as the grandkids, will carry on the future of Sanderson another 60 years from now, this is going to be the fundamental mission that will carry us on.
Now, throughout the show, we showed you just how much of a unique experience it is to buy a car here at Sanderson Ford.
That's right, Jared. And just to prove a point, how many dealerships have their own diner? David and Sue Kimberly purchased a Starliner diner back in 2007, but not just for Sanderson Ford customers or employees, but for everyone in the Glendale area.
Well, that's because Sanderson Ford has always been community-minded. By the way, you don't have to buy a car to enjoy a great burger. Can I get some ketchup?
We've been feeding families, making kids happy, and giving away cars for 14 years.
You know, Max, this is our 14th year of Operation Santa Claus. What I'm excited about is that when you came with the idea, you're the father of Operation Santa Claus. And what an incredible heritage that you'll have. But 14 years ago, you decided that this was a way of helping our community, bringing people to our dealership to know who we are and to build our reputation. And it started 14 years ago.
Thank you for that. But you fund the whole deal. So it's a good partnership. I mean, if you didn't get behind it and support it, it wouldn't be as successful as it is today. I mean, for 14 years, we've been making kids happy, feeding families, and giving away cars.
You know, Max, we've been so blessed, our family, to have this business over 60 years, and to be able to give back to the community in this way is so incredible because everybody gets a piece of that. They get to come in and share in it. Those are labors of love, and that's what this community is all about.
When we say community, we mean community because all 4 charities are local. Every dime stays within the state. I mean, we have SARC, which is Southwest Autism Research and Resource Center, and they adopt more than 200 families every year that they provide a good Christmas for that wouldn't have Christmas.
And the Military Assistance Mission. The 2 things that we do are kids and military. And they serve so many, there's so many needs in the military as they're deployed and then come back home, and we're so thankful to be able to help them because, like you say, every dime goes to our charities.
Ronald McDonald House Charities of Phoenix, they have an open house and they bring families in and they get to pick out toys. And they have 1,000 people that go through there. So it's pretty cool.
And the food bank, we've given them a jump start. This is a tremendous time of the year that people have needs. When they get finished with Operation Santa Claus, that gives them 3 months head start on the year to start gathering food to help those in need.
I like that all 4 of our charities are all local.
You know, the other thing about Operation Santa Claus is that, you know, people have a need to give, and during this holiday season, but what do they get? If they come in, give us food, clothes, toys, cash.
They get a good feeling for helping the community, but one of them is going to win a new car or a truck. It's cool they were giving away the new 2015 F-150.
The Ford F-150 is the best truck in America, and someone's going to get an opportunity to win that, as well as our new Lincoln MKZ, which is the state-of-the-art. It's just unbelievable. So it's not cheapy stuff. It's not, you know, it's not a fleet car. This is really good stuff.
I think the value is well over $40,000 that
right.
Somebody is going to win.
Every year we surprise someone just out of the blue. They come in and all of a sudden they're driving away in a new vehicle.
It's really cool, David, that so many of our employees participate. I mean, they bring in boxes of food and they bring in toys, and they're not eligible to win, so they're doing it for the right reason.
That's right. And you know what's really neat is that they see someone out here bringing in stuff, they run out there without being asked, help them in to be sure we get the clothes and food and toys and so on. It's not about us, it's about those that we serve and the needs that are huge in this community.
We're going to help a lot of families if we can hit that 1 million, and we can do it with the help of the community. We're going to do it this year. If you want to make a donation, and please do, bring your donation of non-perishable food, new toys, or children's clothing, and or cash for $5. You're entered to win a new car or truck.
And you come to Sanderson Ford.
Or Sanderson Lincoln.
Or Sanderson Lincoln.
We've also got over 100 the UPS stores. So there's one in your neighborhood. Drop it off at the closest UPS store. And you can help other ways. If you want to volunteer your time, on December 22nd, when we have the human chain, where we have several trucks that get packed with all the donations, and we pass them all down. We make a chain so it's not too heavy. From 4-year-olds to 80-year-olds, firemen, policemen, do it. Anybody that wants to help, you can sign up at givetothecause.com.
This is what it's all about, giving back to the community.
We've built, with the help of the community, something really special at Operation Santa Claus.
You know, I think it's time that we thank Cox for everything they're doing, and we want to tell all the viewers, the multitudes of viewers, that we need your help, and we invite you down to Sanderson Ford, Sanderson Lincoln, to give to the cause, give to all of our charities, and because of you and because of Cox, this is going to be a tremendous Christmas. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Sanderson Ford is a point of pride for the city of Glendale, a family-owned business with the emphasis on doing business the old-fashioned way, with a handshake and a smile.
It's all about the Sanderson difference. If you're looking for a car, you owe it to yourself to come to Glendale and experience this firsthand. I'm J.R. Cardenas for Cox 7.
And I'm Vanessa Ramirez. Thank you for watching Sanderson Ford, a family tradition for 60 years. We'll see you next time.